Yeah, State Representative Phil Cristofanelli. Hey, Cristofanelli over here. Criticizes fellow GOP Representative Ann Kelly's anti-LGBT school bill.
I'm just going to read you the language in your bill. No classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties relating to sexual orientation or gender identity shall occur.
It's the volume meter. It was doing the same desync for me. Okay, it's whatever then. It happens. Volume meter is being weird today. But hey, it doesn't fucking matter over here. Hey.
Lady, you mentioned George Washington. Who?
Oh, I forgot to mention. I played Hogwarts Legacy on the Steam Deck when I was flying to Japan. Before we get into the anti-LGBT book, the anti-LGBT law, it's not that good. It literally, I played it a little bit. People are saying it's fun as fuck. Why would you admit that? Bitch, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, it's not good. I don't know why people were like, oh my God, it's the fucking greatest game of all time. Yeah, that was my take. r/gamer circle jerk coming after you. Dude, I don't care. People yelled at me more than anyone else about before I even played the game, okay? Like, it literally does not matter. People yelled at me before they yelled at anyone else and more than they yelled at anyone else, and it doesn't fucking matter. It ultimately is like literally a couple people chirping. They're still in here. Most of those people know that I'm not fucking transphobic, and they still watch. Anyway, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, people love that game because they wanted to go to Hogwarts. So if you don't have that, like, inherent desire, which I did when I was younger. I would have loved a game like that when I was younger. But, like, if you don't still have that internalized within you, you're not going to enjoy it that much. A good half of them are probably not even trans and are actually transphobic, stoking the fire. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. We need a house you picked? Oh, it gave me Slytherin, but I picked fucking Gryffindor, obviously. Anyway. The funniest part about this fucking discourse is that, like, every single person that was like, oh, if you play Hogwarts Legacy, you're transphobic. A year down the line, we're going to look back at this and laugh about how silly everyone was behaving. Like, straight up. We've already, the entire fucking discourse was so chaotic and so counterproductive that, like, people literally are fake being trans so they can, like, scream at, like, VTubers playing it or whatever. And, like, making videos about how, like, as trans people, they hate VTubers who play the game and should die or whatever. Like, but the reality on the other side of this is that, you know, some trans people were doing that. I mean, not to that degree, but they were behaving in this way. So now, for a lot of normies in the margins, it's like they're not even seeing that. They're just still thinking as trans people behaving this way. Hasan's a charity dealer says, I literally give hormones to trans people and I played the game and people call me transphobic. There's no point, Hasi, lol. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I did see Slime's tweets about it. Why are you reopening this? Because there's a second part about this conversation that is actually important. And it is like, it's becoming a psyop. It's turned into like this legitimate thing where trans people didn't go far enough So 4chan decided to take matters into its own hands, and make it seem like trans people are going way too fucking far. But again, like, you know, that's what happens every fucking time. Bro just drama farmed himself. No. I am of the sound mind and body that, like, I was right from the jump, literally right from the jump, that, like, all of this shit was so bad, and that there was an infinitely better way to, like, do positive pro-trans marketing around the discourse that we flubbed on as a community. Okay, but then also on top of that, it's completely like, I don't think trans people give a shit at this point anymore. It happened, it failed. Everyone wanted solidarity. They didn't even get a fucking fraction of that from all the people that they considered allies. Okay, and they know it failed, so they just, like, kind of moved on. Everybody moved on, but now 4chan is still doing it. Now they are trying to make it seem like trans people are, like, telling people to fucking die all the time. Look. There's an industrial complex of VTubers forming that are grifting off of the Hogwarts legacy, and the harassment they're getting for it is coming from incel Nazis pretending to be trans, Lamau. Yeah, it's such a standard open world game. It's Assassin's Creed with wizards. No, that's literally what it is. Who was we, bro? You didn't do it. Most of us thought it was a good idea. No, I mean, oh, come on. Let's not act like I wasn't called transphobe all over fucking Twitter up and down without even fucking playing the game. Let's be real now. Come on now. But it doesn't matter. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. This is something that I truly believe, that it's not like I'm not defending trans rights because I want trans people to like me. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, you can be mean to me all you want. It's not going to change my attitude about, you know, trans people living and being left alone. So, yeah, it doesn't matter that they were chirping. And they were. But it's fine. Who gives a shit? But people made a much bigger deal out of it. But, like, the idea that, like, I couldn't fucking look at the game even, or, like, buy the game and review it on stream, idiotic. I mean, idiotic completely. I play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? But here, anyway, so this is Pippa or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't really watch VTubers like that, except for Ira Mouse, who's the GOAT. Anyway, I mean, if you don't like the series, then why play it? Have fun, though, because people like this. I made a video to explain why Pikami deserved what she got and Pippa deserves the same. You should go watch it if you're a transphobe. Incel gets fired. Now, this guy who wrote this, who made this video about, like, how VTubers who play this game are transphobic and deserve to die, basically. Yeah, it turns out that person is just a 4chan guy. He is literally transphobic. RWN words not associate with T words and start defending them challenge. The trans are gonna whack my account. Oh, that's crazy. So the guy who made a YouTube video was actually... That's wild. So the guy who made a YouTube video was actually a 4chan guy and not, like, an actual trans person who was like, VTubers who play these games should die or whatever. There's some genuine ones, to be fair. Yes, I know there are genuine ones. I know. Don't give me fucking the Jim Sterling account. I know. Actually, you know what? I'm sure this isn't even all that bad. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to watch it, and I don't care. But, like, bro called a racial slur 4chan lingo? Because it is. Because technically it is. Yeah. Do you ever accidentally use 4chan lingo in your real life? Kek, goy, slop, anon, etc. I called someone an N-word once with a hard R. Anyway, strangely, there's more anti-trans harassment in these comments sections than anyone playing the Wizard game has ever gotten. It's almost like the right's been trying to fabricate and magnify this harassment and make trans people look bad because they don't think trans people should exist. Okay, but also, like, again, what's important here is to remind ourselves of a very important lesson, okay? And that is, people are literally going to turn around and make shit up about trans people. Okay? They're going to make shit up about trans people regardless, right? So it's best not to feed the fire. And it's best to put your... someone's going to clip chimp you? Wait, why? What did I say? It's best to put your best foot forward. Lost an MB friend over playing the game? It's so stupid. Get ready for the discourse at the end of the year when it doesn't win any awards because it's mid and gamers blame it on trans people. Yeah. Pipkin is a drama farmer and she will clip you. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck is Pippin? What do you, what? Well, no, I don't care. Do you know how many people drama farm off my shit? I don't know who the fuck this is. Here's the 6M and the George Floyd joke she made.
Mostly legit, but not as capable as she's made out to be. Like how that one event happened, but 6 million? No way. Wait a minute.
What? Being taken by our company is the only footage I have? What? She's a poll user. Don't give her attention, my dude. It has an 84 on Metacritic. It can't even win Game of the Month. Scroll up one more. Pippa make a joke about George Floyd's death in the context of a cop VTuber debuting. She laughs about it.
The bird app is seething. He's literally a cop. He's literally a cop, and I just have all these jokes just flying through my brain, and I'm like, oh man. Did you see people actually getting upset over that too? I did. There are people actually upset about this. Oh God, it's hilarious. The fact that
Okay, I don't really care. I don't really care enough about this. Iron Mouse is the GOAT. I don't know what any of this other shit is, okay? Anyway, there's an entire industry built off the backs of clipping you. I mean, yeah, there's positive clippers and there's negative clippers. And then there's the clippers in the NBA. Something poetic about a fake woman VTuber being the champion of hating trans people. That is pretty funny. Yeah. For context, Pikami, not the Pipkin person, is a Japanese VTuber who was only conversational English skills, was thinking of playing the game. Her chat was flooded with hate. This seemed very 4chan-y, and she went silent for a month. She came back and announced her retirement, and people assumed it was from the harassment, and it threw gasoline on the fire. But Pikami's retirement was in the works for a long time behind the scenes. Yeah. So it was like an actual retirement that was going to happen. If you want to know what genuine supporters of the boycott were thinking, please check out Jessie Gender. If I recall correctly, she's a Hasanabi head and was pro-boycott. I know. I saw it. I know. I don't agree. And so I'm not going to give it more attention. We already talked about it. We did the discourse. We're not doing that. Anyway, Pip doesn't fuck around. She doesn't give a shit. Okay, I don't care about this. We're moving on from this. My point was basically that welcome back from Japanese Paradise, man. Here's a bunch of old shit to talk about that sucks. Yeah. You bitches be like, and then actually be incredibly racist. True. The John Oliver video got derailed harder than a trail in Ohio. We finished it. What do you mean? It didn't get derailed. We ended it. There was more stuff that I want to talk about. Oh.